Hello, come away back in and sit down by the fireside here in the Fife Folk Museum in Ceres. My name's Granny Sheila and I'm going to tell you another story. Now this story is a different kind of story because it's a story about people that probably existed. Probably a lot of truth in this story. Probably about real people. But whether it happened exactly as the story goes or not, we don't know. And it happened in the year 1513, the year of the Battle of Flodden. The Laird of Balcomie Castle at Crail, right here in Fife, had in his employ a young laddie called Jack. Now, Jack was the kind of servant that worked in the castle, doing all sorts of different kinds of jobs. The thing about Jack was that he just loved music. He thought it was great when the laird had a party and there was fiddlers and box players and pipers in the castle. He liked music so much that he got his grandfather to teach him how to play a penny whistle. And he played that penny whistle at every opportunity. He played it when he was going up and down the corridors of the castle. He played it when he was going outside to feed the pigs. He played it when he was going down to get water from the well. He played it morning, noon and night. But the people of the castle, they didn't mind because he was really good and the tunes he played were bright and cheerful and they cheered them up. But this one time, the laird was having a big party. People from all over had come to the castle to eat and drink and listen to musicians. And the young laddie was in his element, listening to all the music that was going on. The party went on nearly all night. And so it was very, very late when the laird went to bed. So he wasn't very pleased when he got woken up early in the morning by Jack playing his penny whistle along the corridor outside his bedroom. In fact, he was so angry, he jumped out of his bed, he came out of the room, he grabbed Jack by the scruff of the neck and he took him all the way down the stairs to the dungeon. And he put him in the dungeon and he locked the door. "That'll teach you to wake me up in the morning," he says to Jack. Now, he had every intention of going back and letting Jack out at a more reasonable hour. But he went away back to bed and he slept for a while. And then he got up and he was in a bit of a rush because he had to go over to Edinburgh to a meeting. And as he got himself dressed and got himself ready and the servants got the horses out and that, he forgot all about Jack. Well, he went off to his meeting in Edinburgh and it was 5 days until he came back again. And when he got back, he heard everybody talking about how Jack had disappeared. Nobody had seen him. And then he remembered. He remembered what had happened. And he rushed down to the dungeons and he opened it up and there was poor Jack. He'd starved to death. He was dead in the dungeon. The laird was horrified. But what could he do? And they say that to this day, people have heard the footsteps and seen the figure of what looks like a young laddie running along the corridors of that castle, playing a penny whistle. And they also say that when the moon is bright and the clouds have gone, he comes out of the castle and he's been seen running around the outside, still playing his penny whistle. And the old fishermen say that when it's a stormy night and they look up at the tower, they have seen the figure of a young laddie sitting on the flagpole with a rusty penny whistle to his lips. And that's the story of the Minstrel of Balcomie. Maybe you could take a wee run down to Balcomie Castle and see if you could find it. See if you can hear that poor wee laddie playing his music. You might, if conditions are right. Thanks for listening.